Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to make a very quick tutorial on how I do the entrance to my glitch homes, where you fall into them like so. This is a work in progress build. It's going to be my Christmas house. I am loving it so far. I used this entrance on a lot of builds lately. It's pretty fun. With normal glitch builds, sometimes when you enter the house, you land fallen over like this, which for some reason really peeves me. So I started using that falling in technique in other builds. So let me show you how you do that. You can do this with any house for the most part. I'm just going to do it with a tiny house for now to show you. So when you start with a tiny house, you first want to do the normal technique of glitching. So I'm going to glitch outside of the actual area of the house by putting this sofa outside. And I'm going to sit out here. I'm going to grab a fly pet. If you don't have a fly pet, you can use a propeller or what are those things called? The grappling hooks? And then I'm just going to take a cube. I'm going to make it gigantic so that this area covers the entire outside of the house. And then I am going to lower it so it covers the full play area. Oops. I should have stayed. Flying my pet. It is a lot easier if you have a fly pet, just so you can maneuver around easier than with a grapple or a propeller. So, in order to make the falling in aspect to this house, you need to turn on advanced move and move the block until you can see the entrance to the house, the doorway. You see how this glows? This is where you enter the house. So you need a little sliver of this showing through the block. My advanced move is being annoying. So this should work. As long as all of the playable area of the house is covered, except for a little sliver of that door, you should be good. So now, if you were to enter the house, and let me stop flying my pet for this, you would just fall into oblivion. So you need to place something to catch you. So let's do that. I'm just going to place a floor. You can use like a cylinder or a block or anything like that. I feel like it's a lot easier if you use a floor, just because when you start building down below, if you don't have a floor there, a lot of the objects are not going to place correctly. It's a lot easier if you start with a floor. Okay, well, that'll work. If I place it on the roof here, I can do that. Or if your advanced move tool wants to work. Okay. Is anybody else having this struggle lately? Like, advanced move, advanced rotate, they're all super laggy. Like, you can see that I'm holding this. Okay. Hello? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna place it there. I'm gonna make it giant. And then, if this advanced move tool will work, and it won't, awesome, we'll just sink it down the old-fashioned way. I like to move it just so that you don't fall into the middle of the build. You kind of fall into the entrance of a build. And this does take some maneuvering because this is like pretty low here, this cube. I'm gonna align it more with the bottom of the house so that there's more, you know, sky area for the actual build, because when we build our house and stuff, we're gonna do it down here. So, if I stop riding my pet and exit the house, when you enter this house now, you will fall right onto the floor. And then you could do your actual build down here. This, unfortunately, is ugly to look at. So, what I have found is pretty helpful is putting something on the bottom of this cube that is possible for your character to walk through. And the two items that I know and I like the best that are pretty consistent to use on this are any of the flags. Any of these flags, you can place them here. If my advanced move tool will work. There we go. Oh, and of course. Cool. Are you done? You can change the color of this. So I like to do nighttime builds. I'll just make it black. And then make it giant. Sink it down a little bit to cover that up. Because this item, your character will fall through it. And you won't have an issue like you're getting stuck on the bottom there. Another one that I like to use is the bone rug. Dog bone rug. You can actually walk through this. You can walk right through this item. So if you place this on the bottom here, you can cover that up. And then I know that this looks kind of like a nightmare, but let me show you what you can do with the weather. I use the bone rug in my current Christmas build, and with the weather and me turning it into nighttime, you can't even tell that it's there. But let me show you from way up here that these are actually bone rugs. Hey, look, a tree. That's what the like my normal build looks like. This started as the Christmas cabin. I put the block there. I left a sliver of my door, if you can see it here, so that when you enter, your character actually like enters the house right here. This bone rug covers up the block from above. You fall right through the bone rug into the build. And from the ground, it looks pretty normal. This is totally optional, by the way. I didn't do it in this build. I just changed the color of the block to a more sky-ish color so it's not as noticeable. But if you would like to do it, it's just an extra tip. Thanks so much for watching, Boo Crew. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. It seriously helps out the channel way more than you know. When we hit 1.5K, I'll be hosting a special giveaway inside my brand new Discord server. The link is going to be down below, so come and join. We'll make some friends, talk about trades, flex your builds, all that fun stuff. Thanks again for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!